My girlfriend can reverse time, but the side effect is that every time she uses it, she loses a day of her life. She thought I didn't know about this. So, to save her childhood friend, she used it 999 times, even killing me 99 times. However, on the 1000th time, I couldn't take it anymore. I said, "Monica, stop. I know it's convenient, but I really can't eat instant noodles for breakfast anymore. Not even leaving me a single packet of seasoning. Not even a dog would eat that." Looking at the clean bowl of instant noodles without any seasoning on the table in front of me and my girlfriend Monica Liu making lunch for her childhood friend Adam Tang in the kitchen. I sighed and said, "It seems we've gone back to the previous day again. This has already happened nearly 3 years, and all of this is because Monica wanted to save her childhood friend."
Adam would accidentally die in an incident tonight. Monica has a superpower that ordinary people can't understand time.
Reversal. Unfortunately, she's tried 999 times but still couldn't save Adam. Many times, she even lost her own life. But no matter what, even if it was just for a moment before she died, she could activate time reversal and go back to the previous day. At first, I tried to stop her without alerting her, because I didn't know what the consequences would be. Fortunately, her behavior was slightly different each time, so I could try different methods without her realizing it was because of me. I tried arguing, pretending to be sick, calling the police, but nothing could stop her from breaking out to save her childhood friend. The worst was when my attempts to stop her were too aggressive. She stabbed me to death with a fruit knife, leaving me to die in a pool of blood. For several days after that, she found it too troublesome to deal with me every day, so she would simply kill me right after reversing time and then go about her business. In total, she had killed me 99 times. She dared to kill me without hesitation because she knew I wouldn't die. If I did, she could just reverse time and I would be alive again. But what she didn't know was that while others would lose their memories due to time reversal, my memory remained intact. Because of this, I didn't dare to reveal myself. Who knew if she would kill me every time if she found out? Every time before Adam died, Monica would hold him and say the same words 99 times. "Adam, don't worry. Even if you die, I will definitely save you." Then the endless time reversal would begin. For 3 years, I witnessed their deep bond. It seemed like they were the real lovers, and I was just a bystander to their love. I was tired. I wanted to live a new life, not repeat the same day over and over. My love for Monica had slowly faded away with each time reversal, so today, I decided to make a change. After Monica finished making lunch, she packed it up and came to the living room, saying the words I had heard countless times. "I have something important tonight. I won't be back. Take care of yourself," she said, then prepared to leave. She passed by the water dispenser. She accidentally knocked over a glass. Before she could react, I tossed a cushion from the sofa, catching the glass so it wouldn't break. She looked at me in surprise, said nothing, got up, took the car, keys from the TV cabinet, and grabbed an umbrella from the balcony, then handed them to Monica. She asked in confusion, "What is this? ... Before she could finish, I interrupted with a smile. "Aren't you going to drive later? The weather forecast said it would rain, so take the umbrella." Her expression grew complicated. She seemed to want to say something, but finally just said, "I'll try to come back early tonight and make you a good meal." I nodded. Watching her hurry out, I sighed again. Actually, I hadn't checked the weather forecast. She had a good memory and never forgot anything. In all 999 time reversals, she had never forgotten to take the umbrella or the car keys. But this time, I handed them to her ahead of time, and she didn't notice anything unusual. She was always thinking about Adam. Maybe our love was a mistake from the beginning, 5 years ago. She used her power to save my life. That day, a few of my college classmates and I decided to go swimming in the river. Midway, there was a sudden flood, and I got a cramp in my leg. My classmates were too far away to help. Desperate, I saw Monica jump in from the shore. Unfortunately, it was too late. Just as I was about to be swept under the water, I heard her faint voice, "Don't be afraid, I will save you." Back then, I thought she was just trying to comfort me so I wouldn't give up, but I was too weak to resist. Unexpectedly, when I opened my eyes again, I found myself back at the moment we were leaving the school gate. Still dazed, I thought I was dreaming until a figure suddenly blocked my view. Monica, with her hands on her hips and looking annoyed, said, "You're not allowed to go swimming in the river today? It's very dangerous." I was utterly shocked. My classmates didn't know her either, and we got into a big argument, with them accusing her of meddling. Even though my mind was trying to process it all, my subconscious told me she had saved me. So I called off the trip and promised to treat my classmates to a meal next time they didn't blame me. That evening, the news reported a sudden flood and the river had risen over a meter. I realized that what I experienced wasn't a dream. Monica really had the power to reverse time. She and I attended the same university. That night, I found her and expressed my gratitude. She patted my shoulder with a smile. "I told you I'd save you, and I meant it." I understood what she meant, only she thought I didn't know. Over time, I fell for her and started pursuing her. Everything went smoothly, and we ended up together. Because she had saved me and was now my girlfriend, I treated her with all my heart. I was determined to be with her for the rest of my life. Unfortunately, Adam's appearance shattered that happiness. Even though they were close, and sometimes a little too intimate, I trusted her. But when Adam died in a car accident that night, a rift formed between us, with countless time reversals. That rift only grew wider. Until today, we'd always been seen as an enviable couple. Although only a day had passed, we had actually lived through 999 days together. So those 999 days, because of Adam, I was scolded, dumped, and even killed by her. My heart had long since died in this endless cycle. I checked the time. There were still a few hours left. I finished my bread and milk. Having eaten this meal 999 times, it had lost all taste. After eating, I habitually tidied up the house. Then I packed all my belongings, leaving only a photo frame of me and Monica. It was taken on our 3rd anniversary. She was holding me, her head resting on my shoulder, smiling happily. Her saying that day, "With me here, you'll always be safe. No danger will come to you." I joked, "What if it's you bringing the danger?" She half-jokingly replied, "I can reverse time. I can fix any mistake I make. I saved you once, I can save you for a lifetime." I hugged her with a smile. "Okay, I'll protect you forever so you can save me for a lifetime." Looking back, the promises made during the honeymoon phase weren't meant to be taken seriously. When she stabbed me repeatedly to save Adam, I knew our relationship was over. Perhaps her ability could allow her to fix any mistake she made. But that was for others. If I were just an ordinary person unaware of all this, maybe I would still love her now. But I'm thankful I know the truth. Otherwise, I'd have been kept in the dark my whole life. I took the photo from the frame and tore it in half, placing her half back. I erased the last trace of myself from this home. Finally, I lay on the sofa, savoring the last scent of the house with Monica. I didn't want to fall into the endless loop again. This time, I wanted to help Monica. She had saved me once. Now, I would help her save her childhood friend in return for her kindness. At the same time, it would free me. 3 hours later, I took my suitcase and went to the garage. I drove to Adam's company building. Monica was pacing back and forth at the entrance, looking very anxious. Adam's phone would be off today, and no one could reach him. When Adam arrived at the company and got out of his car, it would explode. Immediately, there was a bomb planted under it. In all 999 attempts, Monica had tried countless methods, but could never reach Adam, so she never managed to save him. As soon as Adam died, Monica would reverse time again. If only Monica had thought things through more carefully and investigated the situation thoroughly, she might have saved him. Maybe this is what they call being swept away by love. Seeing her unprepared at the entrance, I knew that in a few hours, she would go back to noon today again. I parked my car and walked toward her. When she saw me, Monica looked stunned, a flicker of panic crossing her face. Why are you here?" she asked. I handed her a jacket and said, "You forgot it's going to rain today. It'll get cold." "No, I brought you a jacket so you wouldn't catch a cold. She took the jacket, looking a little guilty, and replied, thank you. She probably didn't expect me to come here, since she never told me where she was going. But she still didn't notice anything unusual about my behavior. It didn't matter now. I looked at her and smiled. When did we become so distant? I asked. She was stunned again, not speaking. I didn't pay her any more attention. Instead, I reached into the car and took out a box. Seeing this, she frowned and asked, "What's that?" I shook my head. "Nothing. Just something I'm delivering for a friend at this company." Her mind was still on Adam, so she didn't think much of it and told me to go back. But I shook my head, looked at my watch, and said, "I'll stay with you. You never know what might happen, right?" Her eyes showed a hint of surprise, but then she said coldly, "I told you to go back, so go back." I didn't respond. I just leaned against the wall of the building behind me. "Crazy. Stay if you want. If anything happens, don't expect me to save you." She shouted at me a few more times, but seeing I didn't react, she gave up. After all, she could reverse time. As long as she found a way to save Adam, even if I died this time, she could just start over. She no longer cared about my life or death. The person who once said she would save me for a lifetime was now hurling insults and even trying to kill me. How could she care about one more accident? Soon a few people Monica had called arrived, reporting to her. They were the ones she'd tasked with investigating who was behind Adam's setup. She sent them to look into it from different angles. But with only one day and nothing happening yet, what could they find? Seeing her frown, I knew she had failed again. She found nothing. Not long after, it was 8 in the evening. A black sedan approached from a distance. It was the car Adam was in. Monica saw it too. As soon as it stopped, she rushed over. "Adam, run. There's a bomb." Adam frowned as he got out of the car, still not understanding. The driver, realizing someone was warning them, knew they might have been exposed. He immediately moved from the driver's seat to the back, pulled out a gun, and took Adam and Adam's boss hostage. "Don't come any closer. If you do, I'll kill them," the driver threatened. Monica immediately stopped. The security and bodyguards from the company, seeing their boss being held hostage, quickly surrounded the scene. Monica, watching the hostage situation unfold, shouted anxiously, "Don't hurt him. I can give you money, whatever you want," Monica pleaded. The hijacker driver sneered at her. "Anything, huh? Then strip down and let me see." Monica hesitated for a moment, then prepared to undress. After all, she wasn't afraid of social death because she could start over countless times. As long as she found a way to save Adam, everything else was trivial. This scene had played out countless times before. Every time Monica took off her clothes, the hijacker would demand more outrageous things, and she would comply each time. She seemed to have reached a dead end, convinced that only by doing this could she save Adam, never considering other options. To go to such lengths for someone I didn't know whether to admire or despise. Wanting to save someone isn't wrong. If it's truly for saving someone, I don't see anything wrong with reversing time. But her method of salvation was achieved by hurting me. She'd saved Adam 999 times and hurt me 999 times. If she'd told me about this from the beginning, would I have let her watch a life slip away before her eyes? After all these times, I'd come to understand that in her heart, I am indeed worthless. I opened the box and walked over to Monica, who was about to strip, and grabbed her arm. "You don't have to take them off." Monica struggled but couldn't break free from my grip, and she yelled, "What are you doing?" "I don't take them off. Adam will die." I said calmly, "He won't die. The hijacker doesn't have the ability to kill him." My words infuriated the hijacker. He pulled out the remote control to detonate the bomb from his pocket with his other hand. "Damn it. See if I have the capability or not. There's a bomb under the car. Not only will they die, but everyone here will die too." Monica panicked and shouted, "No, I'll take them off." She tried to break free from my hold, but how could her strength match mine? She couldn't free herself at all, so she used her other hand to slap me across the face. "Nuff, let go." Half of my face burned with pain, but it was nothing compared to the pain in my heart. I sneered, "You're my girlfriend. Would I let you strip in public and let other men see your body? Monica pushed me, and only then did my grip loosen. She immediately said, "Then, let's break up right now. I'm no longer your girlfriend. It's my body, and I can show it to whoever I want." Seeing her desperate face, I smiled. "Fine, we're breaking up." Hearing my words, she froze. I ignored her and walked up to the hijacker, taunting him. "If you blow up the bomb, you'll die too. Do you dare to press it? See if I dare," the hijacker roared. Adam was also panicking. "Charlie, stop provoking him. If the bomb goes off, we'll all die." I ignored him and continued taunting the hijacker. "Useless scum. I don't believe you dare to press it. Pressing it means you'll die too. You're just putting on a show." The hijacker was furious. He pressed the button on the remote control. Behind me, I heard Monica scream, "No." A moment later, the bomb didn't go off. The hijacker froze in place. Everyone around was stunned. The hijacker was the first to react. "Why didn't it explode?" he demanded. I smiled and said, "Don't you know about signal jammers?" Hearing that, Monica's face also showed a hint of surprise, as if she suddenly remembered the box I had just taken out of the car. Now it was the hijacker's turn to panic. He grabbed Adam's neck and pressed the gun to his temple. "I don't believe you can block bullets, too," he sneered. Panicked, Monica rushed out from behind me, but I grabbed her with one hand. She kept kicking, hitting, and yelling at me. "Double quotes, Charlie, you bastard. Let go of me. I need to save Adam," she shouted. Then suddenly, a gunshot rang out. Monica froze in place. Figure slowly collapsed to the ground. But it wasn't Adam who fell, it was the hijacker. At that moment, I released Monica. She immediately ran over and hugged Adam tightly. "Adam, I finally saved you," she whispered, tears in her voice. In that moment, I felt a wave of relief wash over me. Soon, a group of officers in uniform surrounded us. Among them, a man holding a sniper rifle stepped forward. He was the one who fired the shot. I had called the police earlier. Once they confirmed the hijacker couldn't detonate the bomb, the officer took the shot decisively. Watching Adam and Monica embrace and cry, I let out a long sigh. "Monica, I helped you save him, repaying you for saving me in the river. I owed you my life, and now I've returned it. From now on, we have no more ties." Her face suddenly changed. She immediately let go of Adam and looked at me, her voice trembling. You knew?" she asked. I swallowed and continued, 999 times. "I remember everything, but I don't blame you. I just hope that from now on you won't bother me anymore. I've truly had enough of these 999 days." With that, I prepared to leave. I'd been eating the same bland noodles every day for nearly 1,000 days. Anyone would crack. As I turned to go, Monica suddenly got up and grabbed me tightly. "Charlie, I'm sorry," she whispered. I gently removed her hand and looked at her. "You don't need to apologize. You didn't do anything wrong. You saved me, but you also killed me. We're even." I told her I had taken all my things from the house. "The place is yours now. I'm leaving." She shook her head desperately and hugged me tightly. "I won't let you go. Don't you want me anymore? Didn't you say you'd marry me? Protect me for a lifetime and never break up?" I gently pushed her away, wiped her tears, and smiled. "But you were the first to break your word. Just now you mentioned breaking up. We already did." Her sobs stopped immediately. I noticed that her face looked more wrinkled. She seemed to have aged 3 or 4 years since I last saw her. Finally, I said, "Use your ability less from now on. Live a good life with Adam." With that, I turned and walked away. I was brought back to the station for questioning. Since I had called the police ahead of time and given them specific instructions, telling them when to arrive and to bring a sniper rifle, they were very curious about how I knew all this. Just brushed it off with a vague explanation. After all, a life was on the line, and because of me. A disaster was avoided this time. When I left the station, it was exactly 11:30 p.m. I still had some time. I hurriedly drove to a cafe across the street from where the incident had happened earlier that day. I went to the fountain in front of the cafe and saw a woman in a white dress standing in the distance. Her name was Hannah, the owner of the cafe. I quickly ran over and pulled her away just in time. The next second, a flower pot fell from above, smashing into the spot where she had just been standing. I looked at my watch, 11:51 p.m., just in time. The first time Monica used her time reversal ability and failed to save Adam, we had a big fight. I was in a bad mood and came to this cafe for coffee, where I witnessed Hannah get killed by that flower pot, accidentally knocked over by someone upstairs. The second time Monica failed to save Adam again, I tried to come early, hoping I could save her. Except for the times Monica had killed me with a knife, I managed to save her every other time. It had become a habit. And she always gratefully offered me a cup of coffee. Each time, we would chat for a few minutes. Even though the time was short, our conversations were always pleasant. She was the only glimmer of hope that kept me going through all the loops. This time, she smiled at me again. "Thank you. Without you, I might have died." "Why don't I treat you to a cup of coffee?" she offered. I glanced at the approaching midnight and shook my head with a smile. "No need. Maybe I'll come again next time." After all, eating instant noodles every morning and having coffee at noon every day, even with nerves of steel, I couldn't take it anymore. I was still worried that if Monica activated her time reversal again, we'd end up back in this afternoon after 12. Hannah didn't say anything. She simply turned back into the shop and a few minutes later handed me a cup of juice. "Drink." It's the last one for today," she said. Since she had brought it, I didn't refuse. But at that moment, I wasn't in the mood to drink. I kept staring at the second hand on my watch, 11:59 p.m. Hannah leaned over, curious. "What are you looking at?" As the second hand got closer to 12, my heart rate sped up. If it went back again, what would I do? I was so tired. So very tired. I looked at Hannah and said, "If I come back next time, remember to get me a Coke. I like Coke." She blinked, as if she didn't understand what I meant. She really didn't get it. But she still smiled and nodded. "Although we don't have Coke in the shop, I'll get it for you next time with ice." Just as I finished speaking, the clock struck midnight. At that moment, my heart was pounding. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds. Hannah noticed me standing there in a daze and pinched my cheek from behind, asking, "What's wrong with you?" I snapped out of it, realizing that nothing around me had changed. I was overwhelmed with excitement. As long as it was past midnight and into a new day, time reversal wouldn't work anymore. It could only go back to the same day, I remembered. Monica mentioning this once during one of her reversals, so even if she used her power again, it would only revert to today. She had no reason to do it anymore, since she had already saved Adam. I happily gulped down the juice in my hand. It was sweet, much sweeter than coffee. Today finally wouldn't come again. Excited, I grabbed Hannah's shoulders and laughed. "I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back again." Hannah frowned and asked why. "Is it that you can't stand me or my shop? Or do you think the juice here is bad?" I was stunned for a moment, then smiled apologetically and said, "No, it's not that. It's hard to explain. Anyway, I'll come to your shop often from now on. Just no more coffee. I'm sick of it. I want Coke with ice." Hannah smiled again. I hadn't been happy for more than a few minutes when suddenly a voice came from behind me. "Charlie, can we talk?" Hearing that, I froze, then turned to look at Monica. She looked utterly desolate, her hair disheveled. I shook my head and said, "No, we have no relationship anymore. You should leave. I've repaid my debt for saving my life." Monica's eyes were red as she looked at me. "Charlie, I've always loved you. I saved Adam because we grew up together. He's like my brother. ... Since we were already at this point," I said, "then why didn't you talk to me about it from the beginning?" "Did you think I wouldn't help you? What reason would I have to stop you from saving someone? After so many years together, don't you know what kind of person I am? Would I really stop you from saving someone? Didn't I tell you I trust you? What did she do?" She kept treating me harshly, repeatedly, and even killed me. Monica kept crying. "Charlie, I'm sorry. I was wrong. Will you forgive me? Let's start over. I took a deep breath and said, "You don't need my forgiveness. Just go." Monica shook her head, trying to hug me, but I dodged her. "Charlie, I love you. You're the only one I love in this life. Don't want to leave you." Suddenly someone grabbed my hand. Hannah held my arm and smiled at Monica, saying, "Miss, it's not good to cling on. Please don't harass my boyfriend, okay?" Monica was stunned at first, then glared at Hannah. "Charlie, is this the woman you've saved countless times? And now, just one day later, you're with her?" I nodded, not denying it. At that moment, I figured it was best to let Hannah pretend to be my girlfriend to make Monica give up. In your view, it's just one day. But for me, it's been a full 1,000 days. 1,000 days is enough to kill my love for you and make me fall for someone else. Even if you use your ability again, it will only start from the moment I'm with Hannah today. Monica burst out laughing loudly. "Ha ha ha! Charlie, do you really think you know me?" Suddenly I got goosebumps and felt uneasy. Monica laughed again. "You are mine, always mine. If you won't be with me, you won't be with anyone else either. Now that you know this woman, you can find her in the near future." But what about 3 years ago, 5 years ago, or even over 10 years ago? My face changed dramatically. Monica's expression turned grim as she looked at me. "I have one chance to go back to any timeline, but it comes at a great cost. If I go back 10 years and change the original path, I could tell that woman next to you to never come here or even kill her. What would you do then?" I immediately shouted, "You wouldn't dare." "Ha ha ha! Watch me," she said. Suddenly, Monica's whole body began to emit a white light. Her hair turned white visibly and her skin aged rapidly. I was stunned and quickly grabbed Hannah, thinking about where I was 10 years ago. Desperately, I shouted, "If you remember, come to 36 Chin Street, Tian City, JIANGNAN ... Before I could finish, the light blinded me. When I opened my eyes again, it was dusk and the sun was about to set. I looked around. Everything seemed both familiar and strange. I quickly checked myself and found an old-fashioned mobile phone. The date on it made my breath catch. I was back 10 years in my high school days. At this moment, I was still wearing my school uniform. That crazy woman Monica really brought us back to 10 years ago, the summer after my college entrance exams. And this was the place where I had grown up. It took me a few days to accept this reality, and I had no contact with Hannah now, and I didn't know where she was. Monica wanted to find her and harm her, then ... Just then, an elderly woman with white hair, looking like she was in her 70s or 80s, approached me with a cane. She looked somewhat familiar. She seemed to be ... Monica. Due to her old age, Monica bent over and looked at me, speaking with some difficulty. "Charlie, do you regret it? You rejected me, and now you won't have that woman either?" I wanted to punch her, but given her age, one punch might kill her. So I restrained myself. "Monica, you've successfully made me hate you," I said. Monica trembled all over, leaning against the wall, and her cane fell to the ground. Double quotes. "Hi. ... I'm sorry. Just love you too much. Yeah. I have a way to go back, but only if you agree to be with me again. Then I can use that ability again. ... Enough," I roared, my fist stopping just an inch from her face. "If it weren't for your current state, I would have definitely punched you." Monica, already unsteady on her feet, was startled and collapsed to the side. A figure suddenly appeared and caught her, preventing her from falling. Thank you. ... Monica was about to thank her, but froze when she saw who it was. "Why is it you?" I was stunned too. The person who appeared was Hannah, after helping Monica to stand. Hannah let go and looked at me with a smile. "You're not the only one who can resist superpowers in this world." Her words made me ecstatic. My mind flooded with memories of the past. Every time I saved her, she would offer me a cup of coffee. I remember that until the second to last. "Time," I told her after finishing my coffee. "Turns out drinking too much coffee can get boring. Fruit juice is better." Then, the last time she brought me juice. At that moment, my mind was preoccupied with the issue of time reversal, so I didn't think much of it. I excitedly ran up to Hannah and hugged her. After a while, I let go. Hannah smiled and asked, I just graduated from high school this year. How about you? Smiled back and said, What a coincidence, so did I. Why don't we apply to the same university? We almost said this sentence at the same time. We looked at each other and laughed. I picked up a stick from the ground and handed it to the trembling Monica. Old lady, at your age, you should stay home more. If it weren't for kind young people like us, you wouldn't even have someone to carry your cane. Ha ha ha! I took Hannah's hand, and we skipped and ran toward the sunset. I suggested, How about a graduation trip? Sure, where to? She asked, Let's go to your cafe 10 years from now, I said. Great. Sounds perfect, she replied.